What's going on, guys? uh, yeah, I'm gonna run out and do a quick ride, but I've got man, I spent all day today. I ripped back into the electrical stuff and cleaned up a bunch of stuff that I needed to clean up, and I had a, I had some wiring that was running down here that I had actually left out, but like I said, I cleaned up all the wiring and stuff. What I did was is I put this switch in, which I may move that off and put it over on the blue one or something. But I installed that, a switch, and I'll show you what the switch does. I don't know if you can see under here, but it's right here where that cord's plugged into. That's a USB port, and it's actually a USB-A and a USB-C. So hopefully it'll get a little better charge. It'll try to charge up that phone a little better. Because when I run it, it really doesn't charge. It just kind of maintains it. But I've got two red wires I need to, right there in the front. Those two red wires. Everything else is blacked out. I'm gonna do some cable dressing and stuff too as well. But I worked on the brakes, worked on the back brakes. They're still making a little noise, but not too bad. But I'll show you. Turn this light off, but basically, I still have one of those switches that I installed open. That I'm trying to figure out what I need, what I want to put on another switch, but one switch does the underlighting. It's pretty cool, man. It's all blue. Now I got blue on this one. I got red lights on the other one. But this one, that other bike is just battery. I got to charge them. This is wired in line, so we got blue lights all underneath, and I think it'll look good. I'd like to have a little bit more light in the back, which I can add a little 6-inch bar they sell, but that's kind of cool though. It's not too shabby. But I've got it ran up into the frame on the front. Turned out pretty good, pretty nice, I think. Got a little blue to spit out there too. So, but anyway, like I said, she looks a lot cleaner now. I've got a lot of the wiring and stuff cleaned up, and she was still looking a little rough, but I think I got it. I think I got it pretty cleaned up, and still waiting on the forks, of course. But like I said, I'm gonna make me a little run up the hill or something just to kind of get out. Had some bad news tonight, but I'll when I get to riding off, I'll let you know. But like I said, a little down tonight. But what is this night? Look at this. The camera's got night settings going or something. That's weird. It shows a little moon there. I'm gonna have to check that out. But I didn't think I had the night settings going. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna throw my camera and stuff on, and then I'll be right back on. That guy getting her all fired up. Got it all good to go. Oh man, well, my back is killing me. Just got through a pool league again tonight. Let's go down here. Just got through a pool league, man. Every time I do that, man, my back is killing me. But nah, like I said, I went tonight and played. I spent 4 hours going back through cleaning up everything. Everything is clean, zip stripped. It's got solder connections, heat shrink. Everything is cleaned up on the electrical. I'm gonna tie this. See, it's not squealing at all on the brakes right now, but let's see how it goes. I cleaned everything up and worked on the back pads a little bit. But like I said, man, I spent some hours just sitting out there. It wasn't too bad weather-wise today. Of course, we got a lot of chances of rain. I mean, we got a big storm southwest of me right now. And I think I've got a couple of, at least an hour or two before it tries to blow up this way. But no, we were just about to finish playing pool league, and we found out one of our buddies was at a bar up the street. Actually, it was the bar that I went to in my last video when I was over in Killeen. But yeah, my buddy he's a real big pool player guy. Plays a lot of leagues, tournaments. And the word came down that he was up the street from where we were, I think, playing pool league or something. But they said he went in the bathroom or something, came out. We'll wipe this lens off here. Came out, picked up his stick, went over to the table, started shooting, and he dropped down dead, just died. Dropped to the floor and died. Now, he smoked a lot of cigarettes. I used to tell him he needs to slow down on them cigarettes. Man, he chain smoked them cigarettes. And, he really didn't take care. He didn't eat the best. He ate a lot of bar foods, and he was older. Like I said, I don't know his age exactly, but he was older. I think he was a little older than I was. I don't know, but like I said, man, pretty sad, man. I'm glad he did. He died at the bar he loved, and he died doing what he loved, playing pool. But that's sad. Kind of makes you think, though, Better enjoy today, because there may not be a tomorrow. Because I promise you, he thought he had more than today. But it's sad. Like I said, there'd be a lot of people. He was real popular. A lot of people knew him. What the hell's that jiggling, something vibrating? But yeah, like I said, pretty sad night, man. Everybody was upset. That's understandable, of course. But this Killeen, it's not a real monster city or nothing. And the pool scene, everybody's kind of family-wise or whatever. But like I said, man, it's pretty sad. There's a lot of people that really didn't take it very well. They're a lot real close to the guy and stuff. I mean, like I said, it's not like me and him hung out all the time, but I've been around here for 3 years or so, and I've known him ever since. Like I said, played a lot of pool tournaments, and he was a good shooter. He was tough. He was competitive. He's a tough player, and he was a hard one to beat if you could beat him. But like I said, man, kind of a sad time. Sad time around these parts, man. He was well known by a lot of people. Damn, that's kind of chilly at night. Golly. That's part of the reason I went out. Oh, golly. That's part of the reason I went out and worked on this electrical today. Because we were having showers in the early day, and the temperature really didn't get up. I think it never got out of the 80s at least. I mean, that's cool for here, but I said, I've been meaning to do it. I think I got a little rush. I guess, when I was doing this mod thing on this bike. I was wanting to get out and ride it, so I kind of half-assed did stuff. But like I said, it's we got it all buttoned up. I need to figure out one more thing. I need to figure out something 12 volt. I got an extra switch on that switch I mounted. I just can't think of anything. I can't think of anything right offhand that I would want to have. Can't think of nothing. Of course, a buddy of mine at Pull All, man, put a stereo on there. I don't think so. But I mean, what good's a stereo? I record most of my rides, and I can't record music. I get copyrighted too much. Oh man, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm coughing. Yeah, I actually got out. Man, there's something vibrating here. What is it? I didn't have that vibration before. Something vibrating. I don't know what the hell it is. It's weird. But, yeah. I actually took one of these rides last night. I pulled a dumbass again. I think it was like a little 20-mile-hour, 20-minute ride. Get home, plug the camera into the computer to upload that to my computer. Screen's black. I forgot to take the lens cover off again. That's the second time I've done that. So I had a good long ride of audio. I didn't think y'all wanted to hear me sitting around, or I didn't think y'all wanted to look at a black screen, listen to me talk. So I wasn't wasted. It was a good ride, but didn't get no video on it. Yeah, like I said, man, that's pretty sad. Got some old blue lights kicking down there. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the last time I charged a damn battery. I think this is the third man, it's smoother on the left side. Look at this old girl. What are you doing, girl? Yeah, I can't remember, man. Like I said, I'm down to, I think it goes up to 77 volts. Like I said, this ain't gonna be a very long ride. I'm just kind of getting out, clearing the head. Oh boy. But I think I've kind of filled up. I've filled up this these handlebars. They're pretty good. I mean, I've still got a little area on that front extension I got on there, that blue one, but I don't know. Like I said, I just can't. I have an open switch that I can still run something that's 12 volt. I just can't imagine what I want. I mean, there's another Fox, more Fox. I'm telling you, man, we see those everywhere. Uh, yeah, like I said, it would be kind of cool to have one of those CarPlay modules on here, but then I would have to get rid of the main screen, I would think. I don't have nowhere else to put it. But like I said, that's kind of stupid. I mean, it's good. It's got navigation. It's got different things, but I don't know. Like I said, that's kind of overkill to me. I don't really need anything, but only thing that I think that would be cool, because I'm doing the 12 volt thing and it has nothing to do with the controller. It's completely separate. So the only other thing I could think would, if I could actually find a good motorcycle headlight, I could probably hook that up to this, as long as it doesn't go over 10 amps on the draw. But I mean, I can mount anything 12 volt on this thing. But I mean, all the lighting on here, blinkers, headlight, all that's running off my 12 volt. And I actually installed a six fuse box underneath the seat. And I actually I've only got 3 of those banks filled up. So I could actually hook 3 more things, but I do have that switch that is open. You know, I've got one switch open that I can put something that's switched. But like I said, that 12 volt stuff's pretty simple to mess with. Pretty simple. I guess, I mean, I don't make it the most simplest. I mean, I do get into the solder butt connectors, and like I said, I try to do things right. That way I don't have no issues down the road. But everything heat shrinked. I had one battery wire that was hanging on the right side of this that went up into the controller, that's red or orange or whatever color it was. But like I said, I just wanted to black everything out. Got that one little two little wires for the blinkers up there I need to cover up, and really, like I said, that's about it. Yeah, I was kicking myself I was kicking myself last night for doing that. I did that one time quite a while back, and I told myself I ain't gonna, no more of that lens cover leaving on. And sure enough, I did it. But like I said, it is what it is. But now we've got rain for the next 3 days or something. I think they're saying it's pretty much going to be a washout. So I'm trying to get me some rides in before that rain hits. I mean, it's cloudy right now. We've got a full moon, it looks like. But clouds are a little hanging out. Like I said, I seen that one down in Southwest Texas. It's coming, and it's red, yellow, and it's looked like it's going to be some big rain. But I don't know. I think I screwed up a little, because I probably should have went and got my materials for that job. But then I'd have to stick them all in the garage, and that'd really make it get tight. But See, that light doesn't look that bright. Let's turn it off. And then we go 1, 2, 3. That looks brighter than what it was. I don't know. It seemed like that light kind of fizzles down a little bit or something. I don't know. Maybe I didn't hit it enough times. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm gonna try to play around with this controller and get some of these settings set. I had a guy contact me off of one of the videos from Houston, which about 3 hours away, but he already gave me a couple of little pointers and stuff, but there's some of that stuff on there that I don't know what it is, and when I watch videos of people trying to tell you how to handle bugs are bad, you know, the e-bike guy on YouTube, and there was a couple more. There's a few of them settings. I don't know what that is. I just leave that alone. But I'd like to know what those are, you know. But like I said, I'm definitely going to turn that down. I've had multiple people tell me that they actually run their cutoff at like 58 volts. That guy from Houston says he does his shut off at 58. And there've been, you know, e-bike guy says he does 60 on his. Like I said, I think this thing's still shutting off at 65, so that's going to open me way up, you know. I mean, that's going to give me more battery before it shuts off. I mean, I don't want to hurt the battery, but oh man. Oh, what was that? I seen tail lights. Let's see. I seen a red light. I don't know what it is. Nope. It's a car. So basically now I have two USB-A ports. I've got one on the controller screen, which I need to close that. I guess I already did, I guess. But yeah, I've got two USB-A ports on here, and I've got a USB-C. But I wish I wasn't so damn blind. I can't see shit. Especially at night when it's small. Nah, she's riding quiet, like riding good and smooth. Like I said, I think I picked up a vibration with something, but I don't know what it would be. Not sure what that vibrating is, but I'll have to look for it during the day. It might be the back of that USB port. No, I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, I've got plenty of power functions for USB-A, USB-C. I got my underglow lights burning. got switches, got fuse panel. Each thing that I have hooked up to this 12 volt has its own inline fuse. I've got a grounding hub that I mounted underneath there. So if I need to add something, all I do is just add the ground to that grounding hub, and it's real simple. Yeah, a guy from Houston, he sent me a deal saying he happened onto my video, and he's like, "Welcome to the 72 volt family," or whatever he said. Like I said, these batteries are pretty amazing. And this motor, that motor is so quiet. Can't hear it at all. All I can hear is a little bit of tire noise, but these tires are quiet too. The little boy's house with the purple elephant. I don't know, I ain't heard nothing out of him. Yeah, something vibrating over there on the left side doing something. I don't know what it is. It wasn't doing it before. I must be touching something. Oh, I wonder if it's that brake cable or that. I'm going to play with that. I'm going to put that under and see if it does that. I really wanted to put that switch on the left side, but hell, I am so full. I'm so full on that left side, there ain't no room left. I mean, I did sneak in that little USB port, but it's underneath the phone, so and that's really all I'm gonna plug into it, other than, you know, like these e-cigarettes, you know, that's USB-C. I can, if I'm out riding and it dies, I can plug it into that, you know. Like I said, just had some different power options. I think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, I had everything ripped off. I had the seat, the tank, I had all that stuff. Like I said, I just started cleaning up and rerouting wiring, and doing some wire tie stuff. I got it pretty clean. I mean, you can see a couple of the little wires on the side where the controller and stuff goes into that bag, but hell, there's no possible way I could do any different. If I went up into the middle to hide those, it would have been hitting on the underside of the seat. So, like I said, at least they're not hanging out on the side like they were. Like I said, I just kind of rigged it up. I don't know. Yeah, that front brake was dirty, man. I mean, I took them all apart. And I took everything, cleaned it, brake cleaned everything, got it nice and pretty. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and one standing over there on the right. 9 deer. Just laying in the yard. This car coming down here. Where's he going? He got a big old, looks like he got a big old shop. I don't know what all these rocks are doing out here in the road. I don't know. I guess maybe we got enough rain that last time that washed rock out. That's hard to believe, but. Let's see here. Where am I going now? Where is this road? Oh, yeah. This one, huh? Look at that yard. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 deer laying in there. There's so many damn deer up here. Nobody should go hungry in this. I want to watch this. I would have swore going up this hill yesterday. This thing said like big wads. Yeah. Man, I swear that thing said 7,000 watts. I don't know. I have no idea. I swear that's what it said, but I keep saying I'm gonna bring my damn glasses, and I keep forgetting them. They're sitting right there on my end table. Well, there's 3 deer in that yard. How many's in this one? Didn't bring my gloves again. Oh, hands trying to fall asleep. And I was on my way. I was running late. My league starts at 7:30, and I think I left the house at 7:05. I was blowing and going, trying to get there on time. But I was on my way to leave, and I was like, damn, I forgot to put that damn flat out in these tires again. I don't know why I keep forgetting. There's 2 in that yard. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot involved in, fixing these things up. Like I said, if you got a little bit of electrical knowledge, I mean, you're just pretty much positive, negative kind of thing. It's not that tough. 12 volts is pretty simple. You start getting into high voltage stuff like residential or commercial, which I've done that too, but the 12 volt stuff pretty safe, not real complicated. Make sure everything's grounded right. The biggest one is to do your job right. You don't know how many times back in, is this a car coming behind me? I guess it is. Come on. pull over and let them go by. Now the front's squeaking. That's weird. The guy's a smoker. Isn't that bad, man? I quit smoking years ago, and man, I can smell a cigarette. I'm riding behind him, and I can smell it. That's how bad those cigarettes smell are. No, I can remember in high school, a lot of my buddies, man, they go in there and put a stereo in their car, and they're just twisting wires and trying to slap duct tape, electrical tape, whatever tape they can find. You don't know how many shorts on that after it's been in there a little bit. You don't know how many shorts that end up popping. I mean, my one buddy of mine melted his carpet. He ran one of his wires to one of his amps down in down the door jamb of the car door. I guess it shorted out under there. I don't know what it was, but man, he said, man, my whole inside of my car was smoking. He jumped out and started looking, and it was that damn amp wire that he had running back there shorted on him, and it melted his carpet. Yeah, he had a big old snake running all the way back on his carpet. A melted electrical wire. His car stunk for it. I mean, it was months after that. Every time you got in there, you could smell burnt electric. Yeah, I still can't believe that old boy died tonight, though, man. That just tells you how short life is. Better enjoy today, because tomorrow may never be here, man. People walking right there. I said this wasn't going to be a long ride, and here I'm in town. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just out blowing around. Hey, that old store over there on that park road that I keep checking on, man. It is open. Those gas prices were so stupid high because they didn't have their tanks filled, and they didn't know what the price was going to be. But yeah, they're the cheapest gas in town right now. They just got their fuel, I think, today or yesterday. Of course, they're going to run their stuff cheap, trying to draw in customers to check out the stores or whatnot. I wished I remembered what the entry code one of these was, because I've had the code here. When I make deliveries, I go in there and there's a dude right there. Yeah. Clunk. Come on, Shock. Come on, Shock. Come on, Forks. Yeah, that's going to be interesting, too, to swap those out. I got this big-ass battery on here, and I damn sure don't want to take it all off, but thinking I may, because I've got some punched angle with holes that holds up my garage door opener. I'm thinking maybe I can possibly lift it up there and kind of suspend it. But I got to take the handlebars off, so I don't know where I could hook to it to suspend it while I work on it. I don't know. I'm going to have to play with that. I mean, I'd only need to suspend the front of it. But either that or maybe I could set it up on a milk crate or something. Kind of like I did my wire. I did what the hell is that? When I put a new hell bender. What the hell is that? Yeah, that's a damn shower head laying out here. But yeah, I actually suspended when I did that wire to replace that hell bender that up in the headset. I suspended it on a milk crate, and I think I strapped it to each side of the garage or something to hold it up. I can't remember. I'll figure it out one way or the other. Yep, big old chunk. Let's hit the damn grass, it'll be easier. Old tree root got this thing swelled up. Man, look at the city, boy, they are falling down. These sidewalks are overgrown. It's crazy. Let's say, I think I'm going to go this other road back here. I don't know. Black cat. Run, Forrest, run! Yeah, I like them old blue lights down there. That's kind of cool. Say I keep going down there. This is going out in the country kind of thing. What is that road up there? I guess there's gonna be a subdivision coming up, but there ain't no houses in it. That's the smooth roads. Yeah, there's a few new ones over there on the left. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger. I'm gonna buy, I was telling y'all, you could get 4 pairs of brake pads for 50 bucks on AliExpress. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on those 4 pairs for 50. And I think I'm gonna need, with this thing going as fast as it is, and this having as small of rotors as it does, probably gonna go through some brake pads, I would think. But I'm gonna go ahead. I may just go ahead and pull the trigger on those and let that be done. Now I have plenty of brakes. Like I said, man, how you beat 4 pairs of those things for 50 bucks, man? That's pretty cheap. I guess cheaper than what Ridstar is trying to charge us. Let's see. Little whippoorwill. Yeah, I guess I've got a lot of people or a few people on the on my YouTube channel. I guess, you know, I have some people that are wired owners, and because I've done a lot of videos with the wired, which I'm not done. I mean, I'm sure I'll be doing more, but I had some smart ass on there the other day send me a deal. Of course, I've already removed all of his stupid posts because he's an idiot. But he's over there calling this bike a shit box. Oh, so you just decided to start taking the shit box. That's what he called it, the shit box. And I told him, tell you what, I said, that shit box, as you call it, I'll run against any wired that you can pull. I'll run it. And I told him, I don't know where he lives. I don't know. I really don't care, to be honest with you, because he's an ass. All he does is, I mean, he's one of those, as I've said many times, and I even put on his posts, he's one of these guys that obviously in his childhood he was picked on as a child, And I've noticed there's several people on these Facebooks and all these YouTubes and stuff. And that's what I tell them. Just because you got picked on as a child, what is that back there? It's just trees. I said, just because you got picked on as a child, beat up and whatnot, doesn't mean you got to come on here and try to compensate for your childhood trying to be a dick about stuff. And I told him, I try to be fair. I try to observe people's comments, whether they're good or bad. It is what it is. Everybody got their own opinions. But don't be calling my stuff shit boxes, and don't try to be some smart ass. And that's great. You want to be Mr. Wired. He actually has a channel. I won't tell you his name because he's a jackass and I'm not that way, but it looks like he tried to set up a YouTube channel for wired people. He got 2 subscribers and he got no videos. But I told him, I said, dude, that bike will smoke that wired bike, and it will, I mean, I know they're coming out with some new shit, which might get at the top speed to this, but I promise you, I can hang with any of them in this shit box, as he called it. But to each his own, and he told me, oh, I guess we'll see, whatever that means. I said, I don't have to wait. I already see. And so I told him, I'm like, well, you got overheating issues, which I've had with the wire. They've got welds breaking all over that bike, especially around the back racks. Rack mount welds are breaking. The rack themselves are breaking. Then you got, they've got a ton of those that I've seen videos. What's this noise? The planetary gears are chewed up inside or something because it's grinding the back wheel. But like I said, wired has its issues. I've had issues with it, and what did he tell? I swear it was the owner, Steve, that was on there I was talking to. I was doing the chat thing with Wired a while back. And he gets real defensive when I told him, are you overamping this? Trying to, him, Wired and E-Cell were having this big battle about who had the faster bike. And that's, so I told him, would y'all overamp this? Did y'all overamp this bike trying to get the high speed because you want to be Mr. Fast Guy or what? I mean, hell, tell me. I don't know. But, well, no, of course not. Well, that's what it sounded to me. I mean, that little Ridstar, I pegged that son of a bitch out. I pegged that thing going up hills. And it moans, it groans. That little red 48 volt one. But it never shut off. It never overheated. It doesn't have a wattage gauge on it or nothing. I can't see how many watts it's kicking. But either way, like I said, I don't know. Like I said, this whole world today, man, everybody's so divisive and everybody wants to lash out at everybody, and it's ridiculous. I don't care who you stand behind politically or whatever. That's your freedom. That's why we live where we live. At least for now. Doesn't seem like that's going to be that way, the way things are going and how our new leader is. But who knows? I mean, I don't know, but I don't give a shit what it is. But there's no reason in either verbally abusing somebody or whatever. It's ridiculous. Believe what you want to believe. Say what you want to say. It's a free world. That's the freedoms we have, and that's what we try to protect, is these freedoms. But there's no reason in being, oh, the shit box. Now, why would you say that? That is about as dumb as it comes. I'll guarantee you he don't know nothing about it, but he's a die-hard wired person. And if he's been on Facebook, he knows there's a lot of issues with the wires. Now, granted, they may take care of them. I don't know. And I've always said, these e-bike companies, when you're dealing with China, it's kind of out of their hand. I'm sure they have technicians and whatnot. But, they're not producing nothing. They buy all their shit from China. And they've got a manufacturer in China. But look at e-cell. Look at that e-cell bike. I mean, before the e-cells went out of business. A lot of the parts that was on that e-cell bike was the same parts that's on the wired. The bike itself looked like it was the same frame. I mean, like I said, China don't have no protections in China, over there. They can reproduce. They reproduce all our shit all the time. That's part of the bitches that people have about that China. They knock off all kinds of shit, but it is what it is. If you don't like it, don't deal with China. But all these things are Chinese stuff, pretty much. I mean, even the ones that are made here, they still buy parts from China. Like I said, I just, I got one. I've got a wire. I've already told y'all, if I had the choice, if I knew what I knew now, I'd probably buy that Happy Run, that G100 that guy's got. Man, it looks and feels like a solid bike. Got direct drive motors. I think he said he had a 50 amp controller. That thing will move. That bike will ride and probably hang with the wire. If he does, like I said, I'd like to. He offered me to ride it, but I didn't have my cameras and stuff. But I would like to do a little review on it. And then, hey, maybe we put that Happy Run. Maybe I'll take the wired out and see if he can keep up or outrun it. I bet it's close. Hell, it's kicking more amps out of that than the wired is. The wired Freedoms. Freedoms ain't kicking but 45 amps. Freedom only got 60 volt dual batteries. That Happy Run bike's got dual 72 volts kicking 50. It's a nice bike. I bet he can get 80, 100 miles out of that bike if he played it right. He's got to. I mean, granted, his amp hours on each battery isn't as high, but I think I can't remember if he was 30 amp hour when you add both of them, or 40. I don't know. I mean, this one here is a 72, but it's a single. It's a single battery, but it's a 40 amp hour battery. It's gonna get range, but like I said, I just, if the dude actually said, hey, I drove one of those or I rode one of those and it's a shit box, well, that's his opinion. But I'll guarantee you, that dude ain't ever even rode one. He's just calling it a shit box, and he don't want to be the one to admit that he made a mistake and bought a bike that's having issues. They all want to make it sound, oh, I've got 3,000 miles on mine, no issues. Well, yeah. And maybe you drive like a grandpa and go 30 miles an hour. But Wired's thing to me was, turn the power down. Now, what good is that? You advertise a bike that's 40 plus miles an hour, but to keep pace and whatever, turn the power down. Well, what good is that? Well, your bike don't go as fast as they're saying they go anymore. Blinker. Nope. We're not going left there. We're going left over here. I think, does this come out? Hell, that don't come out either. Now it's the front tire squeaking. That's crazy. Back tire ain't making no noise. Now the front tire's squealing a little bit. I may not have cleaned, like I said, I cleaned the piss out of that back one because it was making all that racket. But I actually took the pads out of the back. I cleaned everything. The front I just kind of cleaned out with brake clean, but it was filthy, man. I had a black spot on the ground in the garage from doing it. But man, this parking lot, it's horrible. I've been through this one before. They don't take much pride in this parking lot. Of course, there's a shitload of them that are empty. There's the old burger place everybody keeps bragging on, Dalmatian. That's never open. Hell, they don't even have tables. You ain't got nowhere to sit down and eat. You gotta order shit and take it home, I guess. How shitty is that? I want to see if is that a menu up there. I want to see what these things are. I've never been here. I came by here one day and it was 3 o'clock and they were closed. I'm like, what the hell is that? Let's see what these things are. If I can read them. They ain't got no price on the hamburger. They must be expensive because they don't put prices on those. They got prices on hot dogs. That must be a plain chain because they got all kinds. They got chili dog, Big Apple, Murphy's Law. They don't give you prices for those. Chili cheese fries, $6. I don't know. Store hours, 11 to 2. Dinner, 5:30 to 7. An hour and a half in 3 hours. So they're open a total of 4.5 hours in a day. That's real good. Sounds like a real profitable business. Work a couple hours a day. Oh, I seen a bicycle over there. We gotta go inspect. I didn't see no lights, so probably not electric. Yeah, I see that lightning back there towards the south. I can see it. I'm gonna try to go up here, and I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna cut through town a little bit, and I'm gonna go run down to through the park. I want to look at that store before I go home. Take a peek at it. Man, I swear I saw a bicycle over here. God dog. Did you boys see that? Yeah. That's good for the front end. Wow, man, she had sparks flying out from underneath that damn thing. That's crazy. Pretty crazy. Sparks are flying. Bet she felt like a dumbass. Yeah, I mean, she hit that sumbitch. I promise you, that front end alignment is all whacked. She hit that curb crazy. I hope that showed up on the video good. I'll check it out when I get home. Give her the Jackass of the Night award. Mine was last night for leaving the lens cover all night on the camera. Man, I thought we was gonna see something bad, man. I thought she's gonna roll all the way up on top of that thing or something, man. That didn't look good. Like I said, her car is chalked up. There was some kind of metal to concrete. That thing had some sparks flying out from underneath it. I got this camera back on that night mode. Super night mode, it says. I don't know. We'll see. And for some reason it was set on that. I don't, maybe I hit a button accidentally or hell, who knows. I don't ever check it when I go. I assume it's set normal, but we'll see if this turns out. That ain't that girl, is it? No. I'm gonna run down here real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna screw around and get stuck in this damn storm blowing this way. Maybe I ought to check my radar real quick and make sure it ain't creeping up on me. I mean, I can get home pretty quick, but oh hell, I'm driving with my left blinker on all the time. I wish that thing, that's the only thing, because you can see that green light. I wish that green light flashed with the flasher, and then it would catch my eye and turn it off. Here comes this, I think this is that stupid car I was at the light with. Yep, it was. Dude don't know where he's going. Let me look at the radar here real quick. No, golly. That's where I'm at, the blue. And that's what's coming this way. A lot of red, yellow. But it's still, let's see, that's San Saba. That's out by Lampasas. That's about 30 minutes from here. Lampasas is. San Saba is probably even farther. I probably got an hour or so before it hits, I hope. Like I said, I'm going to run down here and I'll start heading back that way, back towards the house. It's my buddy's house. He need to cut his grass. Damn grass is long. Come on, you stupid phone. Yep. Probably ought to start heading back to the house. Man, I don't know why. That's weird. Y'all have that same problem when your bike's moving, your phone don't want to act right? Look at that. I'm hitting. There it goes. Takes you like 4 times. Yeah, we already got 18 miles. I'm trying to think here. Let me think here. I'm gonna go. Nope, not there. Blinker. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Yeah, that I actually went to Lowe's. I came to this home base, and man, their electrical department's kind of crappy. Not a whole lot of selection. I can buy braided copper wire, but it's all single line. But Lowe's has this stuff. It's 18 gauge by it's three wire, 18 gauge wire, and it each wire is individually insulated. But what are these guys doing over at the water thing at midnight? It's got, like I said, it's a 3 wire, 18 gauge. The 3 wires has the black insulation on it too. So, but like these switches, on these switches you have of course you got a hot or a power and a positive, negative, and then you've got a switch line. So basically it's a 3-wire switch. You figure, and you have to figure out when you buy this stupid switch, because they don't give you any wiring diagrams at all, but you figure out which one it is, which is simple. But you just hook like I hook this to these lights. Basically, you hook your positive up. You hook your positive up to the positive line on the light. Then, or no, hold on here. Yeah, you do. You hook your positive to your switch to the positive of the battery, or I have that fuse bank now. So basically, my hot goes to the fuse, and then what I did is I bought a ground bar, basically where you can connect all your grounds together and ground them together on one, one bar, and then all you have is your switch leg that comes off of that switch. So when it has power, you turn that switch on. See, this one's not hooked up yet, but yeah, basically when you turn it on, it throws power to this. So the light has a ground. I just connect the grounds with my other grounds on the ground bar, and then but it's simple to do, but that 18 gauge 3-wire stuff is cool because it's all enclosed, so I can run that from the switch up here underneath back to under the seat. It's all encased, it's all nice. I don't have to heat shrink anything. I mean, it's nice. And I think I got 25 feet of that for like $10. It was cheap. And or if you've got multiple things to hook up, you can always share the ground and run separate hot leads to your, it's endless. It's pretty much endless what you can do with it. And like I said, that was a hell of a deal. Hell, I spent, when I did this mod, buying that stupid single wire crap from over there, I think it was 25 feet. I don't know how long the spools were, but hell, those were $7 a piece. I had to get 3, or I think I got 3 of those. Hell, I spent $21. I get this one thing with triple wires for $10. You can't beat it. I mean, 18 gauge. That's plenty to run. That's plenty of thick wire. I'm gonna let this car go by here, but yeah, that's plenty gauge wire for 12 volt stuff. My 110 stuff, I run 12. I'll do 12.2 or 12.3, or I'll run 12 on it. You can run 14 on lights, especially for LED light stuff. Yeah, you can run 14 on those, but and some people run 14 in the wall. I don't. I run 12 on my 110 stuff, but like I said, I was a cheap route, and I've still got, hell, I didn't use but maybe 6-8 feet of it. And like I said, I can still run something to the switch, and I can run, that'll give me, if whatever I run to this other switch, I can actually jump off of this one. But I mean, I only have two fusible hookups at that point. Like I said, I think it's cool to have those fuses just to protect your stuff so it doesn't fry in case something happens to that knockdown converter. But like I said, it's simple. Just can't figure out what the hell I want to put, what else 12 volt that I need that would be cool to have other than a badass headlight. I don't know. Well, weird. Damn battery was dead. I don't know. Maybe this one I used last night, I didn't charge it. I don't think we've been gone that long. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe running it on that super night mode, something or another. Maybe that uses more battery. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Or maybe I left earlier and I thought I did. Hell, I don't. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, we'll take a cruise by the store. Check out the new store. Yeah, I thought something was weird the other night when I went by there. I did that video. I was saying how those gas pumps were reading weird numbers. I don't know why I got Cool in the Gang Get Down on It song. I don't understand why that's in my head. I don't remember it being at the pool hall or nothing, but kind of weird. Man, that's pretty. God, dog, these damn front crappers. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. Like I said, that guy dying, man, that's gonna be weird going into a pool hall and not seeing him. It's strange. Crazy life, man. Life is crazy. It's only getting crazier. Yeah, Mr. Wired, man, called this a kid's bike. Oh, you're riding around on a kid's bike. Get the hell out of here, kid's bike. This thing, the wheelbase on this thing is like 8 inches shorter than the Wired. It's a little stumpier, but it's not a mountain bike. That's what Wired is. Wired is a mountain bike. Got 26-inch tires. Is this damn store 24 hours? Can't be. Well, maybe it is. Open. I don't need no gas. I don't need no stinking gas. $2.49 and diesel is $3.09. That diesel price is just shitty. I don't know. Well, there's somebody behind the register. I don't know if this somebody's open or. It's weird. They saw my little smoker things. I wanted to see what kind of pricing they're getting on those. See, the open sign isn't on. Maybe they stay open to like midnight or something. They just closed. I mean, it is 10 after 12. Man, ever since they re-topped this damn road out, this Avenue B, man, this thing, oh hell, I ain't even on the damn sidewalk. The sidewalk's buried in grass over there. Yeah, we'll just stay over here until we get past these some bitches down there parking the sidewalk anyway. I will say this: I need to get my I need to get me some good weather and stuff, man. I want to get out and fly some drones again, man. I ain't flown my drone in quite a while, and I kind of get missing that. There's this awesome hiking bike trail they got here. This big 100-yard hiking bike trail. Now that was a pretty good ride the other night, man. Y'all didn't watch that. Y'all didn't watch that one over in Killeen. Man, that was a pretty good ride, man. I had like 3 bike trails, and man, I was all over. Hell, I don't think I got on sidewalks that much. I think I primarily was on the streets. Man, that was a good ride. I had a good ride there that night. It was just nice to get somewhere different, you know. But whoa, boy. Man, I don't know what the hell's been going on with me, man. Today wasn't that bad, but man, yesterday, golly, I couldn't get out of bed yesterday, man. I was tired. Like I said, I've been kind of staying up. I already stay up late because I can't sleep worth a crap, but I've been working on this thing at night because it's been cooler, you know, doing what I do on this, but I don't know why though, but man, I'm already thinking about that other Ridstar bike. I don't know. Of course, I need to get out and work too. I mean, I got that big job as soon as this rain shit clears, but trying to think of something different I could do on that one. I mean, I guess I could just, I get with my girl and order a battery and maybe even order a 8,000 watt motor and then jump to the far driver instead of that Savitron, whatever it's called. I could try the far driver out on that other one, I guess. Try something different. But it's sad. I mean, like I said, I like that red one too. But man, I already spent money doubling that battery up on that one. But for that guy to be saying this is a kid's bike, I've had 2 people ride that damn wired, and then they ride this. And they say that don't want nothing to do with that wired. Said that this little one handles better, and they like the way it rides better. Like I said, that wired's a big bike. I ain't dogging it. Like I said, I got one. But it is a big old bike, though. It's heavy. Yeah, let's just get out of here. back tire, that back brake tried to do a little squeal, but nah. Like I say, I probably should. I mean, hell, while I'm blowing all this damn money on this bike, I mean, to get it right, I probably should either jump to 180 millimeter rotors or jump to 203s or at least 203s on the back, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, it would definitely handle better. I mean, these brakes ain't the best brakes in the world. That Wired actually has pretty good brakes. I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, where do you stop? Hell. I don't know. If this thing went faster than what it does, I might, I could possibly think about that, but nah. Well, when I sit back on this seat in the very back and give it that gas, that front wheel is trying to lift up. Pretty crazy. Uh-oh. I feel raindrops. Better get on. Yeah, I want to say that I did a ride. I think the title was something like Riding with Lightning or whatever, and I had that big lightning storm. I can't remember exactly when I got home, but I know a couple hours after I got home, I mean, this is my road. I mean, if it was pouring down, I mean, flooding down. My backyard in the back corner, it had like 1.5 feet of water standing in there. It was raining so hard. But like I said, it was still a couple hours. It's still a couple hours after I got home. Yeah, I had some raindrops hit me. Man, look at that blue light. That is cool. Like I said, I could see maybe underneath the back seat, maybe shining down some blue, but I think that's good. Damn, it's kind of chilly. It's cool out here tonight. That's nice. Yeah, them more blue lights, man. That's cool. Now I wrapped it all the way, and I came up on that back plate. I guess that's where you're supposed to put a water bottle or something, or maybe I don't know what you're supposed to put on that back plate. But turn that switch off. Turn that off. Turn this off. Turn this off. Take my phone off. Yeah, like I said, man, we got some more additions to it. What did we do today? 23.6 miles. We didn't get no super high speed, 45.66 miles an hour. But Pretty fast for this old kid's bike. Huh? Idiot people. But I don't think I'm gonna stick her. I don't think I'm gonna stick her on the charger. Like I said, I think we got rain coming. I need to get the old red one out. I took it out last week one night, but it is slower. Now I just got to make sure, because this 12-volt stuff doesn't turn off with the key. There's my gloves again. Left the gloves sitting. But uh-oh, neighbor in his backyard got his back gate open for something. Ooh. Yeah, like I said, it's always fun on Old Blue, man. Old Blue's pretty good. I'm happy with it. That hub motor is the biggest amazement to me. That's just amazing. I don't know why anybody wants one of them geared hub motors. That's just craziness. Look, my microphone. What the hell? The damn microphone went off. Camera's still going. I don't know what's going on. Maybe that thing didn't charge or something. I'll have to check it, but like I said, if it sets idle for a while, it's supposed to shut off. But anyway. Alright guys, well I'm gonna jump off here, and this will give me something to tinker with on another video. And got a few upgrades. Did some maintenance on her. Got the wiring all good. But anyhow, alright guys, well, I'm gonna get off here and go in there and watch me a little tube and get winding down. So alright guys, I guess we will see you on the next one, and whenever the rain stops, we'll get back out. I hope it stops. I got that rack going now, so going downtown Austin is not far off, as long as the weather cooperates. It doesn't rain on me while I'm there, but anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. We'll see you.